Hello, good morning, everybody. Sorry, it took me a minute to get started up. We were conversing in the chat there, and I've lost track of the time, so I'm a minute late. Sorry, guys. Hey, Brick Studios, Dawn, Edits, and Robin. Thank you guys so much for joining. That was quite the biological lesson there, Robin. Thank you. uh, But good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. It's Saturday, and as always, I do my live streams on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Can everybody hear me okay? I've changed my camera angle and got some new equipment and stuff, and I want to make sure everything's seen and heard just fine. If somebody could shout out and let me know. And let's see. No comments on it yet. Looks like it's going through okay, I guess. But nobody has left a comment. So I will put a message out here. There we go. Let's see how that goes. And that was my message. Oh, man, I got them right across my face here, don't I? Let's move it over here. There we go. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Don. Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't want to keep going if nobody could hear me. That would have been horrible. Yeah, so good morning. Yesterday, I was a little late on watching The Bad Batch, and I kept seeing the pop-ups come up on different YouTube videos and channels that I subscribe to, and I was trying to ignore them and ignore them and ignore them, and finally last night I got to watch it. Yeah, it was a good episode. I really enjoyed it. Not that I'm disappointed in The Bad Batch at all, so don't get that idea. I just think it's going to be a little hard to continue following just the Bad Batch. So they have been splitting off into different timelines and stuff like that. Yes, Edits, there will be spoilers for the Bad Batch. So you might want to go away, because I want to talk about it. It's a day old, man. You should have seen it. Anyways, so yeah, it was a great episode. I won't get into the spoilers just yet, but as you can see in my title, it does have spoilers. And if you guys are here and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications to stay up to date on all of my Star Wars videos. And hit the thumbs up. And don't forget, channel memberships are live. You can join for just a little extra a month. I am working on some extra material for the members. It's been a slow process due to different job stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with all that stuff. We're here to talk about Star Wars. Not my job. All right, so how you guys been? Had a good week? I've been pretty slow on making content this week due to the job stuff and other different things, getting used to a new schedule. But I should be able to jump right back in by next week. Yeah, I did, August, bro. That was, yep. So that's another thing I'll talk about here in a little bit. That was pretty sweet. Sorry, still on my coffee. Yeah, so I did make a video earlier this week. I forget which one it was. Gosh, it's been such a long week. I know I did a live stream on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, Darth Vader and the Inquisitors. That's what it was. Yeah, the Darth Vader and the Inquisitors thing wasn't meant to upset anybody, and it wasn't meant as a continuity issue. A lot of people are disagreeing with what I'm saying and everything. It isn't about the continuity. I know it's impossible for Darth Vader to go around and get every Jedi Knight while collecting Data for his own dark side powers and lineage and all that stuff. Well, not his lineage, but the lineage of the Sith. I know it'd be hard to hunt Jedi and do that at the same time. So I understand the need for the Inquisitors, but I also think that, they could have had Imperial spotters finding the Jedi, engaging them, or trapping them into an area, and then Vader come in and wipe them out, and then leave again and go back on his mission. But that said, they added the Inquisitors, and that's fine. I really like the rule of two, and with the addition of the Inquisitors, that kind of jumbled it for me, as well as it took away a little bit of what Darth Vader meant to me as a kid. It didn't ruin my childhood or anything like that. I'm not going to go on any kind of rant like that. But it kind of, when I was a kid, I believed Darth Vader did it. Darth Vader was the one. Darth Vader didn't have any help. He didn't need any help. He helped the Empire, but it was him leading the charge and destroying the Jedi because he was the only one out there hunting. We know that's not the case now. Yeah, I'm hoping Fennec Shan is working with Boba Fett to get Omega back. But she wasn't. She was working for Lama Su, who's one of the Kaminoan cloners, who's really fond of Omega. It seems like she treats her like her daughter. So I'm hoping Boba Fett or Fennec goes and reports to Boba Fett, okay, the girl's safe. Let's go take on a couple bounties, and then we'll go check on her again, or something like that. And maybe this is a way of them keeping her protected, as well as making money at keeping her protected. I did like seeing Cad Bane's money all fall into the abyss. That was really neat. He deserved that. I was hoping that, excuse me, I was hoping that Toto would be dismantled, but he wasn't, because he's kind of an annoying character to me. Almost a Jar Jar for the Clone Wars. But whatever. I mean, he's not a horrible character. He's just a little annoying. Mr. Bane, Mr. Bane, Mr. Bane. But, and I think Edit's backed out, so we're up. I'm up early? Oh, no, not really. It's 11 o'clock here, my time. What region are you in, Natalie? Thanks for commenting, by the way. I do get up early, though. Today I did not. Today is my only off day, so I did sleep in a little longer, which is a miracle because I usually can't sleep longer than 5 a.m. But today I slept until 6:30, so that's sleeping in for me. Normally I get up anywhere between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., get ready for work, do a video, something like that. If it's my off day, I'll still get up pretty early and start working on videos or start working on my channel or some of my social media or something like that, which I really need help with. My God, my goodness. There's so much social media out there. It's hard for me to keep up with it all, trying to do this channel and work and everything all by myself, but it's okay. Yeah, I heard that too, Don. And I mean, he doesn't treat Toto the best, so I kind of feel bad for the little droid, but at the same time I don't, because he's kind of a little pest, to be politically correct, I guess. He's just a little nut job. He seems like he's a little compassionate, but not really. Almost a 000. Not as extreme as 000, not torturing people or draining their blood or anything like that, but it's still pretty bad. But yeah, if everybody doesn't know, I am going to be talking about spoilers for the last episode of The Bad Batch. Oh yeah, it is really early there in Washington State, Natalie. I will be talking about spoilers of The Bad Batch, so I apologize if anybody doesn't want to hear spoilers. Please back away now. I hope you don't. I hope you've seen the episode already, because I like you guys being in here. Hey Elijah, good to see you. I don't remember seeing you in any of the live chats before. I did see one of your comments on, I forget whose video it was the other day. I don't know. But I remember seeing it, and I was like, hey, there's Elijah. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Yeah, so with that out of the way, spoilers for the Bad Batch. So, first thing I want to mention is Cad Bane takes off his hat or gets his hat knocked off or whatever, and there's a metal plate on his head. So, guess what? I guess we don't get to see the duel between Boba Fett and Cad Bane. Looks like it already happened, and Cad Bane survived. How? I'm not sure. He took one to the chrome, you know? Hey, Canute, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so I don't know how Cad Bane does survive that unless, I mean, a Duros has a really huge head, so maybe they have two brains or something and keeps them going. So that's one spoiler. Cad Bane's back. He almost died, but his rocket boot saved him, and he rocketed back up while being tied up. Fennec Shan got the best of the old bounty hunter, and she really held her own. I was so proud of her. Omega escaped, got back with Hunter and all the gang of the Clone Force 99. Yeah, Elijah, we'll have to rely on flashbacks. Hopefully that happens in this season, or, I mean, at latest, maybe we'll get a flashback in the book of Boba Fett talking about it. I'd like to see that live action, actually. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, thanks for joining in, Elijah. I really appreciate it. But another spoiler is that we learn that Omega is the Omega clone of Jango Fett. And if anybody knows anything about the Greek alphabet, it's the Alpha to Omega. That's the alphabet, beginning and end. And they called Boba Fett the Alpha. Knut, I don't know if that's his name, but I think that's just his designation. Kind of like fives is 55555. So I think Alpha and Omega was just their designation coming off the line. So that means there are more in between them. Unless they just started with Alpha and made an Omega and said, all right, that's all we're doing. But it wouldn't make much sense to do that. So there might be more in between that are unaltered clones of Jango Fett. Because, I mean, as we see, Omega is an unaltered clone. But is she a clone of Jango Fett? She's a female. She wouldn't be an unaltered clone if she's a female. So there's some alteration there because Jango wasn't a female. And I know the whole gender neutral thing going on nowadays, and probably been going on for a very long time. I can't really say that, but I'm pretty sure Jango identified as a male and Omega identifies as a female, since Cad Bane did call her little lady. Just saying. But she doesn't look like Jango. She doesn't look like Boba. She doesn't have the dark hair. She's got blonde hair like Arla Fett. So maybe they got some DNA of Arla Fett, and maybe they've had other Mandalorians in between the Alpha and the Omega that they've been cloning. Montross would be another good example. Somebody from Death Watch, like maybe Tor Vizsla or Pre Vizsla or Bo-Katan or any of them. Yeah, I'd love to see Omega in a female Mandalorian armor, but I think she's only around, 11 years old? So she's a little younger than Boba at this time. Boba at this time is right around 13 or 14 years old. So he's able to wear the Mandalorian armor. If I remember correctly, it's 13 that they get to don the armor and decide if they're going to be true Mandalorian, not true Mandalorians as in the organization, but Mandalorians as in the whole of Mandalorians. I know I'm probably rambling and not making much sense and all over the place and everything, but it's fun. I mean, there's so much that in that one 30-minute episode, there's so much that can be had from it. I mean, Omega, who is she? We still don't really know. We know she's a clone, an unaltered clone, but of who? Is she a clone of Jango Fett? She could be. We had this whole biological discussion before I started the live stream in the chat. If you guys want to scroll back through it and check it out, Robin Zeltz had some really good insight on that, and that it was pretty cool. Yeah, it is weird to think that Fennec is older than Boba, but we don't know how much older, Elijah. She could be, Fennec could be about 15 years old. We don't know. I mean, because she doesn't look that old in the book of Boba Fett. She looks younger than Boba Fett, actually. But she could be in her 40s. He's in his 40s. Only a couple years difference. I guess the Sarlacc pit will do that to you. Stuck in there any amount of time with the acids going on to you, it'll scar you up. Yeah, I'm really confused on that. I'm not confused. I'm really theorizing, and I'm probably going to make a theory video on it all about Omega and the Cad Bane issue and all that stuff. And I really wish they would have finished that episode for the Clone Wars. That would have been great. But now maybe we'll get it in a different way. Yeah, right now I'm leaning toward that she is a clone of Jango Fett, but they said there's one other, Boba Fett, who is an unaltered clone, but if she's an unaltered clone, how is she a female? Yeah, she could be around 19 years old, August. Yeah, let's take back Mandalore. Vote on. I'm just reading through you guys' messages here. Um, does this sound quality a little bit different than my normal? Because I did put this pop filter on and everything. And I'm sorry, you're going to hear my dog barking. He's going crazy. Um, I don't know what he's barking at. Probably the mailman. He barks at everybody and everything. Yeah, Canute, I agree. I think she is a clone of Jango Fett, but it just confuses me how she's unaltered. Because there had to be some alteration to make her a female, unless it was a natural process that robbed the chromosome necessary. Sorry, you got to scroll back through and see the biological discussion because I don't know X from Y and Y to Z and all that stuff. All right, thanks, Elijah. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I'm still not real tech savvy on this whole program that I'm using to live stream with, and the only way for me to test it out is by doing a live stream and testing things. And I'd hate to drop the live stream because I mess something up, and I do mess things up. I'm horribly not technologically inclined. I can run a machine like a crazy man, like in a factory. I can program them and everything else, but when it comes to computers and stuff, I usually get edits to help out. I changed the camera angle due to the new equipment. I got this here boom arm mic, and when I had the camera over at the other side, the mic was blocking everything. And I was doing some tests on the sound and everything, and this was the best position I could get the best sound. Hey, Sydney81, good to see you. Let's see, they could have taken the DNA from his sperm. Not saying they did, but the male determines sex, so it could all. That's true. That's true. If it's an unaltered clone of Django and they just took, a sample from his manhood, then that could have determined whether it was a male or female. But to do that, there would have also had to have been an egg, wouldn't there? And that would alter the DNA. I don't know. I don't know how cloning works. I'm not a biologist by any means. Hey, Emmy Mark, good to see you. And if you can tell, I got Boba right there and the Sarlacc right there. I still appreciate that gift so much. Thank you so much for that. And everybody, if you didn't know, Emmy Mark on here, I did an opening live a few weeks ago. He had sent me this Hot Toys Boba Fett with the Sarlacc pit. I've changed it a little bit because I like both bases, so I wanted to put Boba on the regular base and put a smaller 6-inch Boba Fett with the Sarlacc pit. It seemed a little more to scale, so I did that. I'm loving it, Emmy Mark. Thank you so much. I really do. I love it. It's like my prized possession right now. I'd take it everywhere with me if I could. I might take it to Disney with me when I go next month. And when I do my live stream, have him set up somewhere in that. Yeah, the Sarlacc pit's amazing. Um, it's so detailed and it's heavy too. It's really solid. I mean, it's great. I don't know what was paid for this set, but wow, it's just awesome. But yeah, so what else is on you guys' mind? I've been seeing Star Wars Meg pop up a lot lately. That there's some breaking news about the book of Boba Fett and stuff like that. I haven't watched her video yet, so I'll hold off on that stuff. Also, in the background over here, I have my TV set up. If DR ever makes it in here, I have his video ready to go where he made a Mandalorian helmet out of cardboard. So Javier, I'm ready to go if you're in contact with him. Yeah, Javier, I also agree with that. That I'm 50-50 split if she's a Jango Fett clone or a Arla Fett clone. I'm hoping to God she's Arla Fett clone. Bring Arla into canon. Let's have Jango's sister be canon finally. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to see DR's video, but you'll be able to hear it. I have the surround sound on and everything, and you'll see my reaction. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, yeah, get DR in here, Javier. And I do like it. I mean, I really do so much. I've put it in like 4 different positions in my room in here, just trying to see what works best. So when I'm watching TV, I have it in my display case underneath my television. And when I'm just sitting, chilling, doing work here, I have it up on my mantle so I can see it up there. I like looking at it all the time. He could be carrying a blonde recessive gene. I mean, like I said, I'm no biologist, so I don't know how all this stuff works. Um, yeah, I don't even. I need to take a look at her actually. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up Omega. Okay, you can't just type in Omega and get a Google search. You got to put in Star Wars, or you will get watches all day long. All right, so she does have the brownish eyes. Okay, that works for me because Django had brown eyes. Boba has brown eyes. Yeah, Elijah, they do bring a lot back from the older stuff, and I'm liking it. I'm liking that Lucasfilm is finally acknowledging the older stuff, and they're even bringing in some Legends material and stuff like that. And because Legends stuff, or the old expanded universe, if you prefer, is great stuff. There's a lot of great stuff in it. There's a lot of bad stuff in it too. But you can weed that out, and Lucasfilm has that opportunity. They can weed it out, bring in the Legends stuff because it's immensely popular, really popular. It's stuff that they shouldn't ignore at all. I mean, Luke, he could probably be ignored. I don't like the idea of cloned Luke. I mean, we can't clone everybody. Let's stop doing that. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I'll type it into the comments here how that was spelled at the time. There. If everybody can see that. Wow, Don, it's supposed to be that hot in Washington State? That is crazy. We're not even getting temperatures like that here in the Midwest South, Mid Southwest. Not the Mid Southwest. I don't live in Arizona or anything like that. Darksaber asks if I think Bad Batch is the best Star Wars series. That's kind of hard to judge it on that. They're totally different series. The Mandalorian is a great series, but it's live action, so you can't really say that. It's like saying, "Hey, guy, what's your favorite movie?" I mean, how do you answer that? I mean, of course, we're all going to say Star Wars, probably, most likely. But which Star Wars is your favorite movie? And then you got to think, is okay, that's my favorite movie. Sci-fi. Well, which Sci-Fi movie is your favorite movie? And then you got to think, is okay, that's my favorite movie. But which Sci-Fi movie is your favorite movie? And then you got to think, is okay, that's my favorite movie. And then what's my favorite movie horror, or what's my favorite comedy, or what's my favorite musical, or something like that. It's hard to answer something like that. But as far as between the Clone Wars, Rebels, and Resistance, and the Bad Batch, for me, it's a toss-up between the Bad Batch and Rebels right now. I mean, Bad Batch is already taking off and doing better, in my opinion, than Rebels did. It took me 2 seasons to get into Rebels, and then I really liked it, where the Bad Batch isn't even through the first season, and I'm already liking it. So, yeah. I think Boba Fett's going to be in the Bad Batch too, Knut. Um, I really do. He's got to be. Come on. I know I'm biased because I'm a Boba Fett fan and everything, and he's my favorite character, but he has to be in the Bad Batch. They want to connect all these stories together and everything. They have to have him in there. And man, why does it look... My lips look weird at this angle. I might have to figure out another angle. I don't like this. I look like that monster on Monsters Inc. when his lips got swollen. And Emmy Mark, you see, you are a very, very, very true fan of Boba, and I really hope that Kid Omega is Jango's sister or a female version of him, but more his sister. Yeah, I'm hoping it's Arla as well. But it looks like it's probably going to turn out that it's Jango's clone. Yes, Elijah, it does. I mean, even the Clone Wars, it took me probably 2 years to actually get into the Clone Wars. And I didn't even get into it when it first started because I was like, Star Wars animation. Oh boy. It took me a minute to get over that reservation, because of the old droid show and the old Ewoks cartoon and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be along those lines, and I started watching it, and I was like, all right, that Ahsoka kid's annoying. I want to slap her. Somebody please slap her. When does she die? Let's get this over with. But then as it went on, Ahsoka grew on me. All the other characters grew on me, especially Rex. Rex and Ahsoka were my favorites. I don't know how many times Admiral Trench had to die before he finally died, but I know the continuity is all screwed up because they didn't make the show in chronological order. But still, Admiral Trench, dude, come on. You're a spider. I squish them all the time. They don't come back to life. And yeah, I squish spiders. Sorry. If that's spider shaming, I don't care. I have a scar from being bit by a brown recluse. It almost killed me. I do not like spiders. I will burn my house down to get rid of them. I think Arla is going to be canon one day. Yes, I do too, Knut. I think a lot of the old open season stuff with Jango Fett will be canon one day. And hopefully they use my fan fictions. If any of you guys have seen my fan fictions, please tell me what you think. I want to continue doing them. I'm just not getting a lot of views right now, so I've been holding off a little bit. Plus, with my work schedule being the way it is, I haven't been able to hit a lot of the fan fictions the way I wanted. But I did a whole, I think there's 10 episodes now of the Jango Fett fan fiction that I used the Bounty Hunter video game and Open Season as a basis for it, and bringing it into new canon and matching it up with new canon and characters and stuff like that. Added in some cameos with characters and whatnot, and please expect to see Fen Rao. Huh? Spoiler. Oh no. I'm running out of coffee. That's bad. Yeah, so I will be doing more fan fictions and stuff, just not on, it won't be all based on Jango Fett and stuff like that. And I will finish my Boba Fett, my Jodo cast, and that kind of stuff, and the Cobb Vanth. And I really want to do one on Miggs Mayfeld. But I want to wait until after December to see if he shows up in the Book of Boba Fett, because I will have to match it to that canon to make it work. But I do really want to do one on Miggs Mayfeld. He has become a very huge character to me. When I first saw him in season 1 of The Mandalorian, I thought, Bill Burr, come on, man. You can do better than this. It's stupid. I did like his impersonation of a Gungan and his come back as, I wasn't a stormtrooper, jackass. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. The Book of Jango Fett would be awesome. Did anybody get a hold of DR yet? I've got his video right there waiting. You might be able to see this here poster when I put it up. But after we're done with the live stream and everything, if you guys all want to go over and check out DR's video, I'm not sure what it's going to be like or anything, so you'll get that reaction out of me once we're done here, or once I get to play it. Maybe he's sleeping. Maybe he had a long night partying or something and he's asleep. Anyways, yeah, so Admiral Trench, I don't know how many times that guy can die. I hope he doesn't show up in the Bad Batch, because I'm pretty sure Anakin did away with him in Season 7 of the Clone Wars. But you never know. He escaped that one ship that blew up in the beginning of the Clone Wars. Oh, God, I forget what the name of it was. Yeah, Elijah, he is like the least Star Wars character of Star Wars characters. And I think it is because of Bill Burr. And he usually, you have to dig a little bit into a Star Wars character to get the depth of the character, to figure out what makes them tick and all that stuff. They leave clues and stuff, but they don't outright say it. Where Miggs Mayfeld came out and said why he's the way he is to an Imperial officer in front of Din Djarin, who had his helmet off at the time. He came out and said why he is the way he is. Where in the first season, he was just a asshat. I think that's the only way I can put it. He wore asses for hats, or he was the ass of a hat. I don't know. Something like that, but that's just what I thought of him in Season 1. Then Season 2, when they went to the scrap planet, I can't remember if that was Braca or not, but when they went to the scrap planet to get him, he was a little bit humbled. And, I mean, I think he inked himself when he saw Boba Fett come out of the Slave One, thinking it was Din Djarin. But, yeah, it was good. I still like him as a character. Yeah, Elijah. Yeah, I mean, you felt for the guy. You really did. You felt for him, and then you started understanding that Imperial troops were actually kind of cared for each other and stuff, and knew that, they were human. They were fighting alongside each other for their own lives, kind of like a modern military here on Earth. When you're in the middle of a battle, you're not fighting for a cause. You're fighting for life. You're fighting for your buddy's life. You're fighting for your comrades' lives and stuff. It's not about whatever cause made you be there. You're already there. You're fighting to live. So stormtroopers, I feel like, are the same way. And scout troopers, assuming that's what Bill Burr was, saying he was a sharpshooter, or Miggs Mayfeld, rather. They fight for each other and to protect each other and save each other and get out alive as much as possible. He lost everybody, and you felt really bad for the guy when that happened. Yeah, so Javier, if you hear from DR, tell him get his little booty in here and so we can get this going. I don't want to hold off too long on that video. I mean, it's only a minute or so long, but I'm sure it'll be worth it. So yeah, I think as far as the animations, the Bad Batch is doing way better than the Clone Wars, Resistance, and Rebels in their first seasons. Resistance, even in its second season, I see why it canceled. Hey, there's DR. All right, buddy. So just a little heads up, DR. I do have your video up on my TV in the background. You won't be able to see the video because of new equipment I bought and stuff. I had to change my camera angle, but you'll be able to hear it and see my reaction. I have not watched it yet, so are you guys ready for this? No, you didn't miss the video. I was waiting for you. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video now. You won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to hear it because I do have my surround sound on. ready to go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play it, and y'all can see my reaction. You might be able to see it in the reflection of this poster here, so I'll try to scooch out of the way of that, or in the way of it, or whatever. Yeah, you can see the reflection of it. At first, I made it like this. It's cardboard with cutouts, but the visor looked bad. More pain and suffering until I made a new one. Sorry, DR. Then. Oh boy. Yeah, I know the music, DR. All right, that's good stuff, man. Oh, it's a good starting point. It's a good starting point. Can you guys see it in the reflection back there? I know my big cabbage is in the way and everything. But there you go. Yeah, I like it. I like the video a lot. I like the helmet too. And I would assume that's it. Tell me what you think of my helmet in the comments. All right, everybody, if you didn't see it in the reflection back there, please go over and check out DR's video after this is complete. After this live stream's complete, go over and check it out. DR, drop a comment with the link in the comments here. Okay, you can see it. Good. Not looking for a shout out. Oh, Dawn, I haven't been able to get to the post office. I will get there today, though. With my work schedule being crazy the way it has, I've been so exhausted when I get off work, I just come home and collapse. I haven't been making any side stuff, but I will go to the post office and check it out. Yeah, DR, there's a group, I think they're called the Boba Fetish on Facebook. They do a lot of builds of stuff out of foam and cardboard and stuff like that for Mandalorian armor. Check them out. They have a lot of good tutorials. I'm not saying yours is bad by any means at all. I mean, it's a good starting point. So that's awesome. Oh, good. You hit 200 subscribers yesterday. That's awesome. Congratulations. I've been losing subscribers, but I mean, I gain some and I lose some. I gain some and I lose some. It balances out. So I've been sitting right around the same subscriber amount for the last month or so. Oh, sorry to hear that, Don. Yes, I need to get on that, Knut. I do. I still have it all enveloped up and ready to go. I did lose a few members, so they will not be getting it. Sorry. Yeah, I do need to get on that. Life has taken over, and it's really got me messed up. Yeah, the algorithm is kind of crazy. I think just mentioning algorithm in my video will put me at the bottom of the list. But that's okay. I'm enjoying making them, and I see, I don't see me blowing up anytime soon, at least until new content comes out about Boba Fett live action, such as the Book of Boba Fett. I've got enough Boba Fett videos that if anybody searches YouTube for Boba Fett, mine should be like the first 50 videos that pop up, but we'll see. I mean, other people like Star Wars Theory and Star Wars Explained and stuff like that, they get first running, and rightfully so. Wow. Are you making content? You're saying you haven't got at least one sub in a year? Just the only thing I can say is make your content regularly. Like my live streams on Saturdays, that's a regular thing I do. That's one thing that everybody knows they can count on is my live streams, unless I'm out of town or you know, something emergency pops up, I can't do it. But everybody knows I'm going to do my live streams. Hey, DR, you get one video per per live stream, and not every live stream. I think I may have already watched that one actually, and I do like the markings. Yeah, I like that I'm not huge on YouTube. I would like to be bigger. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm gonna stop interacting with you guys, because I mean, you guys have been here since the beginning. You're my base. You're my peoples. So I will still continue to interact with you guys all the same way I still do right now. And I mean, this is my pride and joy, is doing these. Huh. You make a video every 5 days. That should be regular enough for them to start promoting you soon. It took me almost, or probably a year before I really started getting subscribers. But I think this year I've had fewer subscribers than when I started. I've gained fewer subscribers than when I started. It's kind of crazy, but like Elijah said, the algorithm works in weird ways. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere either, Elijah. I'm staying here. I'm going to keep doing this, even if I drop down to just you guys as my subscribers. I'm going to keep doing this. All of you but one could drop off, and I'll still do it. I'm still going to be here. I may never be as big as Star Wars Theory or Star Wars Explained, or even that other guy, Star Wars Lore, I think his name is. I can't remember. Or Star Wars Meg. I may not be anywhere near as big as those guys, but so what? What's that matter? Congratulations on that, DR. I am happy for you, man. I like seeing it when small YouTubers get blown up and their stuff gets recommended over the bigger YouTubers. Not that the bigger YouTubers are bad or anything like that. It seems like the smaller YouTubers try harder. Oh, thanks, Elijah. Yeah, I mean, oh, speaking of which, I got one video that's just, ugh, it's horrible. It's one of my first videos that I made. Let me see if it's still kind of trending. Oh, good, it's not. It's not. If anybody was with me back in the beginning, you remember I did a Stormtrooper helmet. The sound was all bad and everything. I even got called a knockoff of Hello Greedo. And I just was trying to just come up with my niche. And I was poor. I didn't have much equipment. I wasn't poor. I just didn't have much equipment. And I was trying to get it started, just get my channel started. And I had my Stormtrooper helmet on and had a microphone inside of it that relayed to a speaker next to the microphone on my camera, and the sound quality was horrible. I was horrible. My scripts were horrible. I couldn't even read the scripts because I had to use a giant poster board to write it out on behind my camera and everything, and it was bad. So this one video I have, it's been getting views. And I think that's why I'm losing subscribers, because this old video is getting views, and I'm probably going to go in and make those old videos private. I may keep my first video as public, but move all the other ones to private so they don't get viewed anymore, and some of my newer ones can get viewed. I don't have the best quality content out there, but it's a lot better than when I started. Hey, thank you, I appreciate that. And yeah, I have missed you in the live streams. I'm glad you made it in. Thanks. All right. I told you guys, if you find a good Star Wars do-rag, I'll wear it on one of my live streams. Maybe two, or maybe a couple live streams. I'm not ashamed. I have no shame. None. Ask my family when we go out to the store and stuff and go grocery shopping or just go shopping in general. I can embarrass him and walk out smiling. Edits, poor kid. I've done some mean stuff to him in grocery stores. I'd like hip check him and knock him into a whole display stand and knock stuff over. Yeah, I'm kind of reckless. Yeah, that was my old introduction trailer, Elijah, and it was bad too. Yeah, yeah, I love this hat. I wear it all the time now. I don't wear it to work, but I wear it when I'm off work all the time because I've been looking for one of these embroidered Star Wars hats forever, and couldn't find one that just looked right. And I saw this one when I was on vacation, and I was like, there it is. And they only had one in the store, so I went ahead and got it. Yeah, DR, good job on that video. Good job on the helmet build. I was thinking about making one out of foam eventually, or making some armor out of foam. Wow, that's awesome, DR. 109,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I could only dream. But maybe one day it'll happen. We'll see. I would like to be a bigger YouTuber. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here lying to you guys. I would like to be a bigger YouTuber, mostly because I do a really physical job as my everyday, and I'm getting older. And this physical job, every day I come home, I'm just so exhausted. And I get off at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I come home and I just plop. I don't do housework. I don't go out and mow the lawn or anything like that. I've already done about 20 to 30,000 steps in a day, and that's while pulling heavy freight and heavy loads and stuff. And I'd like my channel to be bigger. All right, it's AAK. Thank you for joining. You talking about if you sell merch? What kind of merch are you talking about, DR? It's really iffy because I have my merch store. They wouldn't let me put Star Wars anywhere on it. They wouldn't let me put the word Star Wars anywhere on it. I was able to use the image that I have. All right, Dawn, I'm going to have to copy and paste your comment there because your Mandoa is way better than mine. Oh, it won't let me copy it. Oh, no. Shirt with Boba Fett saying disgrace. I don't know if Boba Fett's image will be allowed on it. I had to do something a little different, like you guys see my Boba Fett emblem, the way it is, the logo that Bobby Mariani created for me. That I was able to use, which is this. I was able to use this. But I couldn't put Star Wars Fanatic on it. I had to put SW Fanatic. Family is more than blood. That is correct. Yes, Dawn. Thank you. Yeah, I wondered that too. Unless the thigh armor is just a little bit cumbersome, maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. He does have the knee protections on there. But the thigh armor, I wondered about that. But I think it would mess with mobility a little bit in high-stress situations where you have to run. And having that extra weight on your thighs. But at the same time, Din Djarin has the thigh armor. He has the mismatched thigh armor, but he has thigh armor. Yeah. So I'm not sure. That'd be interesting. Maybe they should go back and do something, a story or a flashback or something of him putting the armor on for the first time and see which armor he puts on, and maybe him decorating it with the colors and stuff. And They need to explain it. They need to explain if he's wearing Jaster's armor or if he's wearing Jango's armor. Pretty sure he's wearing Jango's, but I think Jango was wearing Jaster's after a time. Yeah, DR. I've been talking Bad Batch a lot today, in the beginning, but you weren't here because you didn't join in early enough. But we can talk about the Bad Batch. That's fine. If you can read back in the comments, you'll see that I'm 50-50 split as to whether Omega is Boba's sister or if she is a clone of Arla Fett. Other than the Mandalorian logo, what is my favorite logo in Star Wars? The Empire Strikes Back. That being my favorite movie. I like the logo, and I remember seeing that for the first time in 1980 or 81 when it was being promoted. I was like, okay, that's cool, because the original was just the Star Wars logo. There was no A New Hope or anything like that. It was just called Star Wars. So when The Empire Strikes Back came out, it had the swooshy and all that, and the Empire Strikes Back diagonally in it, and it was just really cool to me. Yeah, DR, I agree with that, but it's going to take them about, 5 to 7 years to create a clone that's going to be old enough to fight for them, unless they're going to use infants and toddlers, unless they have a private batch of clones that they've been holding aside or keeping in, some kind of containment unit. Creating new clones is going to be too time consuming, and they don't have much time, and I think they know that. So there's something with Omega that she herself may be able to help them with. I think, what's his name? The Prime Minister. Somebody help me with his name real quick. But I think he's unrealistic as to what's going to happen with Omega's DNA once they retrieve it. I think he thinks that they're going to be able to create this clone army really quick, but they're not. It's going to take 5 to 7 years. I've got about 7 more minutes, Knut, that I'll be streaming. Yeah, Boba Fett, I mean, technically Omega's brother, maybe. Yeah, but when Boba Fett went to jail, DR, he got sprung out. Sprung out of jail. Lamasu, that's it. Thank you, Elijah. Boba Fett sprung out of jail, and then he did disappear for a little while. He had that other makeshift armor that he was using with the helmet and everything when he was rescuing or escorting that one girl to be taken to the fat guy that slobbers, so she could become his wife. The guy that rules with an iron fist. Is that how they said it? He rules with an iron fish. And I always thought they were saying he ruled with an iron fish. And I was like, why does he have an iron fish? I know they meant fist, but the guy's accent made it sound like he ruled with an iron fish. Anyways, Boba Fett escorted the girl, didn't know it was a girl being sold off into sex slavery. Then when he figured it out, he's like, I'll protect you. And he was going to protect her. But he went off doing other side missions and stuff like that. So it's really hard to track a bounty hunter. If you've got somebody that's like one of the best trackers in the galaxy, you can guarantee that they're not going to be easy to be tracked. Oh, you want the Death Star, do you? How's that? Yeah, Tanwee's death. That was another blow to me. That was crazy. Fennec killed Tanwee, but then Tanwee was the one that was wanting to exterminate, or one of them that was wanting to exterminate Omega. So that was a big shocker. Yeah, Sabine's artwork is amazing, Dawn. I loved it. I love that part of Rebels because I'm kind of an artist too. If you guys didn't know, I do my own drawings and stuff. And like, here, I'll take this one down. If you guys haven't seen it, this is one I did of Boba Fett a while back, a few years ago. So when they showed Sabine as an artist, I was like, oh, yay, yay. Oh, now I can't hang it back up. What the heck is going on here? All right, it's getting set down until after the stream because now I'm taking too much time goofing off with it. But not right now, DR. But yeah, I was glad to see that they made an artist. Finnick Bay. Yeah, she's pretty hot for a cartoon, I guess. But in The Mandalorian, yeah. I mean, at first I was like, oh, they're adding another bounty hunter. Then she just whooped ass, and I was like, I love you. DR, I don't want to bring him closer to the camera because every time I pick him up, I wind up dropping him. Not from far heights or anything like that. Just he's top heavy, so he falls over a little bit, and his backpack will come off, and his jetpack's really hard to get back on. That's actually done with chalks and pastels, or pencils and pastels. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Hey, thank you, Sydney. Yeah, I hope Boba Fett comes soon, because people start searching YouTube for Boba Fett, and guess who's got probably the most Boba Fett videos out there? This guy. And I'm not just doing it for views at all. I'm doing it because I love talking about Star Wars. I love talking about Boba Fett and the Mandalorians and Darth Vader and everything. I just love doing it. I mean, it is a plus when I get views. It is a positive. It makes it seem like I am. I don't know how to put it. I'm being appreciated. I know you guys appreciate me, and I appreciate all of you. I'd love to see more people joining in and interacting and sharing the content and stuff like that. Just because I like my words being out there. Put the Sarlacc on the floor, huh? I'm sorry. I sound like a real downer when I talk about that stuff. I apologize. Yeah, you probably have more short videos, DR. Mine are all a little longer. Hey, Allison, good to see you. Seems like you always join in right at the end. Thanks, DR. I appreciate you too. Hey, thanks, Knut. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I used to be a tattoo artist at one time, so I quit doing that. Probably about 6 years ago, I stopped doing that. But yeah, back to the Sabine thing. I was so happy to see an artist come into the Star Wars universe. I mean, everybody wants their all-inclusive person put into Star Wars. Mine was an artist. I just wanted to see an artist. Thanks, DR. Yeah, I just wanted to see an artist in Star Wars. I mean, the gender and the sexuality and all that stuff, I don't care. Put whoever you want in there. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect my world. Doesn't affect my love of Star Wars. They're not going overboard with it. It's not like watching porn or anything like that. So who cares? Who cares who likes who? And do you have your notifications turned on, Allison? Because I was having this problem the other day on Wednesday when I did a live stream. A lot of people commented that they couldn't see they didn't get the notifications that I was even streaming. And I was going to talk with the Google Help Center or something like that to see what was going on, see if there's anything I could do on my end to make that happen. And I Googled it a little bit, and there was nothing. Yeah, I did like it, DR. You're welcome. No problem. Sorry I couldn't show it because I had to change my camera angle due to my new boom apparatus here. Being in the best spot possible. Huh, Allison, that's weird. That's really striking me odd. Oh, you got the notification for today, Elijah? Good. Because a lot of people weren't getting them on Wednesday, and that Really confused me. Maybe YouTube doesn't like me and they're saying, we're not going to send your notifications out. People are just going to have to guess. Oh, thanks, Allison. I appreciate that. The Mandalorian. Yeah, I'd like to see that too, Knut. If anybody doesn't know, Ursa and Ulrich are Sabine's parents. Yeah, you saw the video through the poster, so that works. Alright, where are we at now? Oh, it's already 12:01. Wow. Alright, everybody, I will have to sign off here. I do have a lot of running to do today. This is my only day off, and I have some housework to get done that I've been putting off all week. Let's see. Ward, good to see you. I'll go ahead and answer your comment. As far as Bad Batch Season 2 is concerned, if there's a second season, we most likely won't be until Celebration. Can't remember, Clone Wars and Rebels seasons were even being announced before Celebration. Yeah, a lot of the stuff won't be in for Star Wars Celebration, or before Star Wars Celebration. I expect a lot of announcements in that if they have a Star Wars Celebration. Okay, Allison, good to see you. Thank you for joining in. But everybody, I will go ahead and sign off here. If you're in here and you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. It seems like every time I do a live stream, I lose subscribers. So that's really weird to me. But please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notifications, even though sometimes the notifications aren't working. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just reading some more of the comments. There you go, DR. Yeah, I'm going to go over and check out Meg's videos, and I'm going to get some work done. I have to go pick up my daughter's car and then figure out what to do from there. And Dawn, I will hit the post office to see what's going on in there, make sure everything's all right. So, everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much. You don't know how much this means to me doing these streams every Saturday and seeing how many of you show up. It's overwhelming. And